I've seen a lot of posts lately of people complaining about character progression and why it's RNG upon RNG and how bad the drop rates for crystals are to upgrade T9 gear to Manufacturer 1. I want to talk a little bit about this and give my 2 cents. I kind of agree, and I also at the same time I completely disagree. So let's talk about this. Before we start, like always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel, and you can support my content and the website with all the guides we make for NIKKE with the links in the description down below. Now, that said, the main concern people have right now is getting crystals or re-rolling the gear and how slow it feels to have this character progression, right? So custom models are an 85% chance of getting them with the extra drop every time you clear, so full clear a special interception. Now the problem is not getting one crystal to overload, the problem is getting crystals to re-roll your gear. So for example, my Scarlet here has right now only max munition capacity, which is good, but I want to have another 2 lines. So if I were to lock this, that would cost me 2 crystals, and then every time I re-roll it would cost me extra crystals as well. So you will need a lot of crystals when you want to re-roll and get perfect stats. And this is where one of the main complaints from people come, which is RNG upon RNG upon RNG. And I kind of agree here when we talk about re-rolling. I think it's kind of a pain, and it will take months and months and months to get at least like 10 characters with perfect stats, which is kind of a pain, right? I believe the system could use some changes, so it's not so much RNG and we can guarantee some stats, maybe just 1 stat out of the 3, and it's not so expensive to re-roll. When it comes to the drop rates on special interception, I could agree, sometimes you can go like for a long ass time without getting anything. So I am not sure if it would be good to get a guaranteed crystal if you full clear, because right now it's an 85% chance of getting a crystal or a manufacturer piece, which is nice, I will say, right? Most of the time or most days you will get at least 1 piece or 1 crystal, but still you can go for days without getting any extra reward. At the end of the day, it's RNG, and that 15% can win all the time. Now, that said, what I don't agree on is when people say character progression is slow. Now, don't get me wrong, character progression is slow, but what are you going to do if character progression takes a month? If in 1 month you can take 1 character from level 160 to 200 full manufacture with the perfect stats, then we have absolutely nothing to do. And a special interception is the only thing that takes time out of our daily routine on NIKKE. And people are always saying they want to play more. So why would you complain about character progression if it's right now the only thing that keeps us playing? Again, I'm not saying it's a good system. I'm saying it's the only system we have right now where we have to actually manually play every single day, outside of when we have events like co-op or union raid or solo raid now. So even though I agree the character progression is kind of slow, I also think it's pretty good when it comes to, you know, filling from you get to level 200 to start getting characters with overloaded gear, to start fully overloading, to then start working on new characters. I think that feels pretty good. Like, I started only with my litter, and then I got my Scarlet and Laplace and all that. Like, it feels good having more pieces, and then slowly over time overloading them. I do agree the drop rates for the crystals are kind of ass, they suck, and re-rolling, it's one of the worst systems they have in the game. Now, I'm gonna be taking a look at one of the posts on Discord, which is what inspired this video. As you can see, someone said, you know, the current drought states of character progression, and they divide this post on 2 things: custom model income, which I guess I will disagree, and then skills versus manual income. That's a good point as well. Before reading it, let's talk about the skill models. I do think we need more purple books. It's probably the biggest pain when it comes to leveling up skills, and it's what we are missing most of the time, because these boxes, you can get them from the arena, and you should have a lot of them probably saved up. But the purple books, it's a pain in the ass to farm them. Character progression, when it comes to skills, I don't think it's properly designed. So for example, not only it is hard as fuck getting these these purple books, but also resetting skills should be free. I don't know why that's not a thing. Even if it were to cost some resources, why I cannot reset a unit that I don't use? So let's say a new unit comes out, like it is Rosanna right now, and I want to get all her skills to level 5, so I can just test, right, how she performs. I'm not going to be using Rosanna afterwards. She sucks. I'm a PvE player. Why do I want a Rosanna 555? Just so I have to get her because I want to properly test, but I don't want to use her afterwards as much as a waifu as she is. So that's something I hope they go back and they change. The system already exists to reset the skills. We get it from time to time. We get 3 resets. I think that's so fucking stupid. Like, there's absolutely no reason for you not to be letting us resetting the skills either every weekend or by buying with specific resources those reset. Now, the other thing he's going to be talking about are the costume models. So let's talk about that. I gave my opinion already, but I want to go over his post because he also has some good points. So he explains how the custom model works, which we're not going to be explaining. You probably know that already. You use models to overload T9 gear to T9 manufacturer. So let's do a quick math. Every T9 manufacturer gear needs one custom model to evolve to overload. However, if you overload gear substat is not good, so you need to reroll, you will be using more crystals. Now, obviously, this is assuming you will have to do a couple rerolls every time, and he assumes it's going to take you at least 12 pieces to get the perfect piece, which is going to be a lot more. I already used 9 crystals on my Scarlet, and as you can see, she's nowhere near perfect. So she has only 1 line here. She has ammo and charge speed, which I will need to reload, reset. She has ammo and elemental, which are good, but I will need an extra attack line on the bottom. So once again, that's 3 pieces where I use at least 11 crystals already, 3 to overload and more. I think it was 9 or more to reroll. So it's going to depend on your luck, like always. And I think that sucks for rerolling. The overload process, I think, is quite good, right? You get your crystals, you overload your gear. When it comes to getting the super stats, though, that completely sucks. Now, that said, assuming we get a custom model on every special interception drops, which you will not, it takes a minimum of 8 days to get an overloaded gear to perfect. Assuming we get every single desired super stat, every single max percentage with 1 reroll, do that for 4 gears, that's 32 days, 2 character banners for 1 character fully overload, which is still not realistic. You are getting a lot less and you will have to use a lot more crystals. So again, I think the progression is good because we don't have anything else to progress on. Like, we will be doing literally nothing, but that doesn't make it a good system. I think it needs some reworks. And now he talks about skill max income, which is one of the worst things we were saying previously. And he also talked like, well, he's going to keep this short, which thank you. Skill materials are simply not enough to max out a single NIKKE in short amount of time. Like I was saying, I don't think it's a problem of maxing all your NIKKEs. I don't think it's about that. I think it's about being able to reset, because if we were able to reset, it will be no problem having only the NIKKEs that we like or that we consider good with the skills that we need. Most of the units in here have some levels that I leveled up, so I could test stuff, right? But I don't use half of these units. And when you start the game, you probably leveled up as well some SR units that you now cannot reset, which is super fucking stupid. So to summarize, once again, I believe we need A, skill resets, B, a better way of getting custom models or reducing the cost to reroll the lines, and C, then overall, you know, a new ways of getting end game content that we can farm every day. And like most people have been asking, a game mode where we can actually just go and play every single day would be amazing, even though they probably will not add that. But hey, we always can dream, right? Because I guess they're treating this as a needle game, not a fully game you can go just every day and play for like 3 hours, which is fine. It's still pretty fun to me. I'm still enjoying the game. Let me know what you think about this. If you think resource income is proper right now, we are getting enough materials, enough custom models, and also books. Like always, thank you for watching my content and supporting. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. You can join them with the links in the description down below. Good luck with your pools, the internet, and see you in the next one.